SpongeBob Scaredy Pants has a special place in my heart among some other classic SpongeBob episodes, but especially this one, for there is something about cartoons and TV in general having Halloween specials that is unlike anything else I enjoy. It has a cozy feeling to this episode, a certain feeling that can't be described. It just feels like Halloween. So I wanted to talk about this episode because of course it's October, but also because the plot of the episode. As even though the writers were probably rushed for this episode, like most are for Halloween specials, it still turned out to be one of the classic SpongeBob episodes in my opinion. Scaredy Pants is about SpongeBob being scared. Everyone in his community is basically clowning on him the whole episode because he gets scared by pretty much everything and has no tolerance for scary things. Even his boss, Mr. Krabs, is just dunking on him, along with Squidward of course. So what does he try to do? He tries to fit in with his community by trying to join in on the scaring. However, he is still not used to this new skill that he can't even scare some little kids, and he just gets humiliated. To prove to SpongeBob's friends and his community that he can fit in, he teams up with Patrick and goes to the Halloween party at the Krusty Krab, but quickly finds out that he just isn't as scary as he once thought. He tried dressing up as a ghost and Patrick shaved his head to fit the costume better, but actually just opened up his head, revealing his brain.
Okay, are you ready?
Remember, like this.
You sure you want to do this?
Shave me down, make me round.
All right, let's get to it.
Once this is revealed to everyone, even the Flying Dutchman is scared away, and so is everyone else. That's something that the Flying Dutchman couldn't even do. Even after telling SpongeBob that he isn't scary and it's just something that he could never be, the Flying Dutchman is saying we are what we are, never changing. Yet SpongeBob a few minutes later scares his whole town, and he isn't even fazed. Patrick isn't either, but he's just too dumb to realize what is really going on with SpongeBob's head. Once he does, he's scared off too. SpongeBob probably doesn't even feel pain the same way that a fish would if it got its head sliced open. I mean, it probably isn't even hurting him. He can just regrow back his sponge. I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say here is that being scared is a really relative thing. I can heavily relate to SpongeBob in this episode, as I was scared of pretty much everything when I was younger, just like SpongeBob. I remember one time going over to a friend's house when I was around 7 and being scared of grapes, because I was blindfolded and told they were eyeballs of grapes. Fucking grapes. I used to think that these people were unfazed by things like the dark, monsters, and horror. That these people were strong people who were brave and could take on anything. But now I realize that the people who are unfazed by these things have just been exposed to them for a really long time, and in small doses that they don't feel the same way they did when they first encountered something scary. If you want to know why people like horror movies and keep watching them, but they don't seem to care when 20 people get brutally murdered right in front of their eyes, it's because they've watched so many horror movies that they are just chasing the same high they did when they first got into them. And you know, maybe this is why SpongeBob wants to fit in too. He wants to be a person that is brave and can face anything. Maybe he wants to be that person that has seen it all already. But in the end, he achieves his goal without really changing who he is. He is just a sponge. He doesn't become a braver person or someone who has come accustomed to the horrors of the world. Instead, he scares people by taking something that isn't scary to him and scares people who find it scary. It's all relative is what I'm saying, I guess. You can be scared of bugs and someone else doesn't even flinch if a tarantula is crawling on them. So yeah, I don't know what the message I'm trying to get across here. Just don't let people tell you what you need to do or be. Don't feel shame for being scared. Or some sort of corny message like that, I guess. If you are looking for something to rewatch or remember this Halloween season, then check out Scaredy Pants again. There are some other really great cartoon specials too that you should revisit and form your own opinion on too. I just love the set design in this episode. There are so many iconic moments in my head for this episode, like SpongeBob carving the pumpkin or the skeleton at the beginning. Also, Patrick trying to help SpongeBob with his costume is one of my favorite moments of them together. Hope you got something from this video, and thanks for watching, and happy Halloween!